Hi, everybody, and welcome to How to Make a TV Show. I'm John Lehr. Behind the camera, Nancy. And also behind the camera today is Brendan, who is one of the...
We're allowed to say it now.
Yes, who is the Hulu exec who pulled the trigger on to make Quick Draw happen.
Yeah.
Are you happy about your decision?
Yeah, we'll see how it all comes together.
And this is something that I think
people...
Really? So you're not 100%?
I wouldn't say 100%, but I'm very excited about it.
Wow.
Does that work?
You can't be 100%. You got to hedge your bet, always.
I'm 100%
But
all
see,
the time.
If you were in a corporate environment and you went all in on a project and it didn't go, you would be fired, Nancy.
Brendan doesn't look very corporate.
No, he's
Look
not.
at him.
No, although now I'm worried about being fired. I didn't even consider
You can be, yes. Executives get fired all the time for shows that flop.
Oh, sure.
that is true.
This is not going to flop, I can tell you right now.
There is, I beg the baby Jesus to make this show flop. I call on his powers to try.
We don't need to do
Just
that.
to try to
Yeah.
flop their show. This show is unfloppable.
No.
There is no chance. Zero.
I'm only going to use the rest.
Okay, all right. So we can
are-
finally say what this show is.
Yes, the show is Quick Draw. It is a Western. I think everybody knows that by now.
Well, no, because we never fully
Yes,
announced
but I was
it.
dressed. I mean, oh, you mean the name?
Yeah,
But everybody knew
and
it was
it's
a
going to
Western.
be on Hulu.
Yes, it's going to be on Hulu. We're Nancy and I, by the way, have just learned. Brendan, are you going to the upfront?
Yes, I will be there.
Okay. Nancy and I are going to the upfronts in New York City. God, we are going to get fucked up. No.
Well, I am.
Nancy might, but
Yeah.
I don't. I'm retired. Hey, Nancy, will this be your first upfronts experience?
No, it will not.
And what? Tell me a little bit about upfronts.
Upfronts is where you go and you announce the show, and then you get hammered afterwards.
Advertising. It's all about advertising. And all the advertising people there are like 23. They look it and they get fucked up. I mean, they are so drunk.
I'm excited for this.
They get.
Have you ever
so
been
drunk.
to one?
No.
Never? Oh my God.
We went to TBS's. And I had to come out and say a couple of things. And then before I was supposed to come out, I said to my handler, I need to use the bathroom. She didn't know who I was. I wasn't anybody anyway, but she didn't know that I was actually in the upfronts. So she sent me, and this was after I'd already presented, but I guess she didn't hear it or see all the posters of my face everywhere. But anyway, she didn't know. So she directs me to the bathroom that's out in the theater. And I'm like, okay. So I go out in the theater, and I got mobbed by fucked up advertising executives.
Well, I had a similar experience in that I was looking for the bathroom. God, it's weird that we both had to go to the bathroom on the inside, and they said, follow that guy, and it happened to be Mark Burnett. So I start following him, and he looks behind, like he thinks I'm like a fan
Stalking
following him, but I'm trying to find the bathroom. Like he's going to the bathroom. So I'm like running behind him, and he's running, like looking back, like I'm some obsessed fan. And then he runs into the bathroom, and I was looking for the bathroom, and he just was like,
whatever, lady.
yeah.
I also had an interesting ride in a huge SUV with Frank Caliendo.
Oh yeah, I
And
remember
the entire
that.
cast of My Boys.
And me.
And Nancy. Was that from the airport?
Yeah, we were going back to the.
TBS didn't have...
They had. Oh my God, they had a jet. They flew us
on
out.
a private jet,
Yeah.
which you think is the coolest thing in the world. It's the worst thing in the world.
I
I'll
thought
tell
it was
you why.
pretty.
I don't like it. I want to be on first class by myself, nobody else.
She wants to buy out all of
John
first class.
John just wants to sleep.
Yeah, because I sit down on the plane, and my boss sits down next to me, and my other boss sits down next to me.
Yeah.
So now you're
It's
working
social.
the whole way home. It's not social. That is not social. Social is laying on your back. One time, Nancy and I were in first
This is what
class.
social is to him: laying on your back and sleeping.
The best time I ever
Yes,
had
I remember that.
was we were on first class, and we laid down, and there was a button that you hit, and these rollers just went up and down.
Remember,
your back.
it was like it was TBS. It was our first upfront, and they sent us on a jet, and it had like sleeping compartments.
Yeah, they were like pods.
And I just went right like all the way back.
And all I thought the whole time is, I wonder what the poor people are doing.
Yeah.
Because this is sweet living.
Yeah.
Screw you, proletariat.
All right.
I just got back from Vegas and flew next to a hugely obese man in economy, so...
Think how he felt.
Yeah, he was. It's not pretty.
No.
It's not pretty. I hate it when the arm hair touches your arm hair, and you both don't like it.
Yeah.
And you're kind of just dealing with it.
And you got to just give in. I find big people to be comforting. I like to kind of snuggle up and sleep.
Well,
Like
it takes you a little while to get sort of closer. Though.
I enjoy it. I'm like if I see
Once they do
someone
the spill, halfway, like about 10 minutes into the flight, I'm all right.
if I see someone oversized, I'm like, let's go. Let's go.
Let's get through this.
Let's do it. You're mine. All right.